Hi students, today we are going to discuss about food components. Let's see what we have learned in previous class. So in 6th class we studied about food, how food is going to be prepared and what are the types of food and what are the making process we have studied well. And in this class we are going to learn about what are the food components and the presence of food components in different food items and their conformation. Let's see, everybody has their own favorite food, like I like biryani, pulihora, idli, vada and so on and so. So but that in favorite dishes, so what are the food components are exist and how they are help us to maintaining our body healthy. You know, food is a main thing to giving energy to us. Now let's see, some nutrients are consist in food. So what type of nutrients? Maybe you heard before this. Nutrients are like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, lipids. Do you hear before this? What are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and lipids are? These are called nutrients. These are called nutrients. These nutrients are present in food. When we are taking food, these nutrients are help us healthy. So next, so collect different types of foods and ask your friends, so what are the favorite foods of them and make a list of that and assume that what are the components, these nutrients are present in that food and make a list that and observe. And we are going to, let us do one. In that, I am going to write some list of food items. So what does the food items contain? Different types of nutrients. So let's see, name of food item, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. So first food item is, I am taking milk powder. So milk powder consists carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are present in milk powder. Yes or no? Yes, carbohydrates are present in milk powder. Next, proteins also present in milk powder. Even fats also present. Even fats also present in milk powder. Take one more food item here. Example, rice. Rice consists of carbohydrates? Definitely rice consists carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are present in rice. Even proteins also present, fats also present. Proteins also present and fats also present. Now go to third one. I am just making some food, I am just making list of for some food items here. Milk powder, rice, and next take the example of bread. Carbohydrates are present or not? Present. Proteins, yes, and even fats also present. Not only these nutrients, we have many nutrients like vitamins, lipids, and starch and so on. But in that, I just given 3 examples. Food consists of nutrients like, understand. So for understanding nutrients, what are actual nutrients here, how the nutrients are help us to healthy. So let's go to, let us do 3. Here in this section we are going to find starch is present in different food items. So how to know starch is present or not? Like proteins are present in some food items. For example, egg contain protein. So how do you confirm that egg having protein or not? So like we are confirming different types of nutrients presence in different types of food. So I am showing starch is present or not. Starch is present in food. So confirmation of starch here. Confirmation. So I am just confirming starch is present in food. So for that we need iodine solution. So take some iodine crystals. Take some iodine crystals and dissolve these iodine crystals into 100 ml of water. I am making dilute iodine solution. Dilute iodine solution. Dissolving some iodine crystals into 100 ml of water. So dilute iodine solution is prepared. Dilute iodine solution is prepared. Now take any food item in a test tube. I am considering rice. Take some rice and grind like a paste. Take that paste of rice into the test tube. Now pour some amount of some drops of iodine solution to it. So what is our observation? Here this substance turns into blue or black color. Blue or black color. So if there is no color change, we are not observing any color change here. That means starch is not present. When you added this iodine solution to food item, which food item you are taken as example, so that food item showing blue or a black color, that is refers starch is present in a given food. So what we are confirmed here? So present starch presentation. Starch present in food item or not? In given food item, starch is present. How to find? So by using of iodine solution, add that iodine solution to given food, the food color going to change into blue or black color, that is confirmation for starch. Understand? And go to the second one, confirmation for fats. Confirmation for fats. Confirmation of fats. In a given food item, maybe fat is present or not. Fat is nothing but oily matter. Fat is nothing but oily matter. In a given food item, fat is present or not, let's confirm. So take one white paper, and which food item you are going to test to confirming fat present or not. So take that food item in a solid state, rub over the surface of white paper. So in the case that white paper turns into transparent, that refers to what? Fat is present in that food item. Starch is present in that food item. If maybe not turns into transparent, oily paper, how oily paper looks like. So if you are rubbing, for example, I am taking groundnut as an example, rub groundnut over that, and that time the paper turns into transparent. The paper turns into transparent. So when we are observing the paper turns into transparent paper is appeared, that is nothing but fat is present in that given food item. This is a confirmation test for fats. So what is the confirmation test for starch? Using iodine solution. Using iodine solution. For confirmation of starch, we are just gently rubbed food item on the white paper. The white paper maybe turns into transparent. That is refers about fat presence. That is refers about fat presence. And next go to maybe protein presence in a food. How should we confirm that? Protein confirmation. Let's see protein confirmation. So let's see protein confirmation. So for confirming protein in the food, we require two types of chemicals. So one is copper sulfate, and another chemical is sodium hydroxide. Another one is sodium hydroxide. So these two chemicals are required to us. First, we should prefer 2%. We are going to prepare 2% of copper sulfate solution. 2% of copper sulfate solution and 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide solution. So this we are preparing 2% of copper sulfate solution and 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. Now our doubt is how to prepare 2% of copper sulfate and 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. So let's see how to prepare. Preparation of 2% copper sulfate. Preparation of 2% copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. So for that, take 2 grams of copper sulfate crystals. Take 2 grams of copper sulfate crystals. So which are present in blue color. So these are present in what? The blue color. Copper sulfate crystals are present in blue color. So take these 2 grams of copper sulfate solution. Take 100 ml of water in a beaker. Take 100 ml of water in a beaker. Now add these 2 grams of copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate crystals into 100 ml of water. Copper sulfate crystals are going to dissolve in the water. It turns into blue color solution. Now we have prepared 2% of copper sulfate solution. That means 2 grams of copper sulfate present in 100 ml of water. That is known as 2% of copper sulfate solution. Of copper sulfate solution. Next, going to prepare 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. How to prepare 10% of sodium hydroxide solution? Similar. So take 10 grams of sodium hydroxide. take 10 grams of sodium hydroxide which are available in your laboratory, 10 grams of sodium hydroxide. So now take one beaker, same along with 100 ml of water. In this 100 ml of water, add 10 grams of sodium hydroxide solution. Now we have prepared 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide solution. It is NaOH. So what is 10% of sodium hydroxide solution? 10 grams of sodium hydroxide dissolved in 100 ml of water, known as 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. So 2% of copper sulfate solution is prepared, as well as 10% of sodium hydroxide is prepared. What are the materials? I mean, what are the chemicals are required for doing that, to conforming proteins? So we prepared that. Now let's find how to confirm protein presence in food item or not, given food item or not. So first of all, what is the food item you want to check for protein conformation? Take that food item, maybe it is present in solid, crush it and make paste like. So take this food item into one test tube. Take this food item into one test tube. Add, for example, I am taking egg white. Example, I am taking egg white. Now add 10 drops of water first. 10 drops of water. Add 10 drops of water to food item. Later, take some amount of, 10 drops of water we are added to food item. That food item is taking into some food item of 10 drops of water contained food item, taking into another test tube. Take some amount of in another test tube. Now add 2 ml of copper sulfate solution. 2 ml of copper sulfate solution, blue color, which is present in blue color. Just now we prepared, no? So this 2 ml of copper sulfate is added to food item. Later 10 ml of sodium hydroxide also. So first we have taken food item in powder form, added 10 grams of water to that. So take out that small amount in another beaker, add 2 ml of copper sulfate to it and 10 ml of sodium hydroxide. So when you are added the two chemicals to food item, that turns into violet color. Violet color. So when it is turns into violet color, that is confirmed protein is present in food item. Protein is present in food item. So now we completed 3 confirmation tests for 3 different nutrients. So one is starch, how to confirm starch presentation. So here starch presence in food item. So take that food item and add some amount of dilute iodine solution that turns into blue or black color. That is refers starch presence in food item. Next, fat presentation. So take which food item you want to test and rub over the white paper. That maybe the paper turns into transcolline. That confirms fat presence in given food item. And the last one is for protein confirmation. We have prepared 2% of copper sulfate solution and 10% of sodium hydroxide solution. These both are added to food item. The food item color turns into violet color. That is refers protein presence in given food item. And next go to let us do 3. In this activity, we are going to list out the what are the food items we have confirmed, and let's see presentation of different nutrients in. So let's make the box here. Absent. So what are the food items are given? Rice, potato, milk, curd, and the last one is egg. So now tell me, rice contains starch. Rice, maybe starch is present or absent. Starch is present in rice. Just now we are confirmed. So we are taking example rice for confirming starch. So starch presents in rice. Go to proteins. In rice, proteins are present or not? So absolutely, proteins also present in rice. 2.7 grams of proteins present in the water, 1 kg of rice. And next, fats. So fat present in rice or not? So fat is absent. Fat not present in rice. And go to potato. So potato contains starch. So starch is present. Proteins also present. What about fats? So fats are absent. So in rice and potato, fats are absent, remaining starch and proteins are present. Go to milk. Starch is present or not? Sure. Starch is present. What about proteins? So milk is a protein nutrient. So protein is present. Even fat also present in milk. And curd. Curd contains starch? Yes. What about protein? Present. Fats? Present. The last one is egg. Egg consists starch? Yes, egg having starch. Even proteins also present in eggs. Fat also present. So, rice consists starch and protein. Fats are absent. Potato having starch and proteins. Fats are absent. Milk, all are present. And curd, also egg also present. All type of nutrients. So, we'll discuss next topic in next class.